All right, let's talk about the massive cover-up from the Uvalde police incident.
My name is Nathan Laurie. If you are new here, we talk about the law and the facts. If you're about that life, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel.
All right, so this video is going to touch on some of the breaking news that is coming out about the Uvalde police incident that occurred earlier this year. Now, the big issue with this event was the police response. Now, police said that they couldn't enter a barricaded room with the suspect because the door was locked. And because that door was locked, they needed a key to get in access into the room to stop the person inside the room from committing horrible crimes. But as we know now, that may not be true. So let the Officer Tatum explain to you the police chief's description of why they couldn't get into the room to save the children from the person who was trying to harm them.
Into this, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, Chief Arredondo has spoken. It is the Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District Chief that everybody decided to throw under the bus. Now, in the comment section, for everybody that said, Brandon, you a liar, Brandon, you wrong on this, they were cowards. I can't believe you still talking about this. I can't believe you defending these cowards. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm unfollowing you. Just go down in the description section and just write that apology. I don't need it. You doing it for yourself. Now, once he get into the school, he said they were unable to penetrate the door. It is a full steel fireproof door that's made for people not to get through it. Unfortunately, their department don't have access to the master key. The school only have access to the master key, and the officers, including Arredondo, has to ask a staff member to get them the key. While they were unable to get in, while the guy was shooting at them, the officers and Arredondo instructed some of the officers that were there at the scene to start evacuating people. Now, Arredondo goes on to say he ended up getting the key, but the keys wouldn't work. They gave him multiple sets of keys, and he tried them on adjacent doors to the room to see which one worked. They never worked. Even at the time that the BORTAC team got there, they finally found a key that worked, and that's when they showed up with the shield, breached the door with the key. And my sources wasn't completely accurate about it because he said that it was a Halligan used. Maybe he was confused, and this was somebody that was intimately involved. Maybe he was confused because they brought the Halligan up, and maybe he didn't see exactly whether they used the key or they used the Halligan at the door. So I'll correct that on behalf of what I was told by somebody that was intimately involved in this situation. And so they use the key, they go in, and they kill the guy.
Now, this is where we get to the breaking news of the day. See, the Texas legislature held a hearing on this particular school shooting and the police response to the shooting. And in this bombshell testimony under oath, officials admit that the door was never locked. It was open the entire time. Actually, nobody just checked the door. It's so bad that the police chief and the officials in Uvalde were telling everyone in the public that the reason why they waited 50 minutes to enter that room and save those children was because they did not have a key.
Rooms 111 and 112, where both doors were locked. The school's chief says after bullets pierced a door and a wall, grazing at least one officer, he called for tactical gear, a sniper, and keys to get inside the classroom. The first ring of 6 keys didn't work. Arredondo says he was later given another with 20 to 30 keys. Precious time ticked by. The chief saying, each time I tried a key, I was just praying. 77 minutes after the massacre began, the classroom door was finally
unlocked. They did not have a key. While all the time, the door was actually open.
So while there was a lot of time lapse in your timeline waiting on a key, and there's a lot of the communication that you have transcribed, the fact, could we ascertain here or conclude that there was never a need for a key because the lock was not working, the swipe plate was not working properly?
I don't believe, I don't believe, based on the information we have right now, that door was ever secured. In fact, I have great reason to believe it wasn't secured. The subject doesn't just walk in, as I testified before, then shoot the classroom, walk back out of the hallway, then walk back in again, seamlessly, okay? And he didn't have a key, and he couldn't lock it from the inside. So the door was unsecured, and we've gone back and checked in our interviews, and did anybody touch the door and try it? How about, do you need a key? Well, one of the things they teach you in active training, I'm sure that one of the experts can talk about it, how about trying the door and see if it's unlocked? Okay, that's, what we used to call a clue at that point. Why not? And of course, no one had. And so even if you're part of the breaching team, we've gone back and talked to them, and they've been led to believe that it's locked. Even they, when you go back and talk to them, they didn't try the door. They took the key. As you can do the key, it'll open it. Okay, whether it's locked or unlocked, it will take the throw and put it back into the door, and you move it, and you can walk, and you go right in. So
out of lessons learned, what we would conclude from your testimony today would be that no one tried the door. There was a lot of time waiting for a key, of which a dysfunctional door was never locked because the shooter was able to walk in and, as you say, go back and forth.
Yeah, but finally, but moreover, though, you don't need a key. Okay, there's tools.
Now, I'm going to be doing a full workup on the Uvalde incident and the police response. Let me know in the comment section how this makes you feel. The fact that Uvalde police were saying that this key was the reason why they couldn't go and stop this shooter because they couldn't get into the room. And come to find out, the door was always open. They never even checked to see if the door was open. They just assumed it was locked. Let me know in the comment section how you feel. This is not only incompetence, but this is gross incompetence. And now the police department and local officials are fighting because they don't want any of the information to be released. They don't want the body camera to be released. They want to keep all information about this incident suppressed because they said it could lead for them to be embarrassed, a high level of embarrassment. The public needs to know. So if you like what I do and you like what I just said, like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. Don't worry, we're going to have a full video coming out that's extremely detailed, and it's going to show my experiences because I've actually been in an active shooter incident, and I've actually had the training for active shooter incident command. So we'll go through all that, and I'll give you a nice detailed description of essentially what I think went wrong. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you next time. Peace.